on, you guys? I'm TJ Harmon, aka Rel2G on YouTube, _Rel on Twitter. This is my review on the WWE Wrestlemania 2015, which just ended in a shocker. Seth Rollins cashes his Money in the Bank, and he becomes the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion by beating Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in what turned out to be a triple threat match, which was a one-on-one damn good match between both Reigns and Lesnar, but Rollins had to mess it all up, and the opportunist finally got the opportunity to take the belt away from Brock Lesnar, even though he didn't even pin Brock Lesnar. He pinned Roman Reigns with the curb stomp, so he's going to be gloating about it for days, and definitely on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. Great match, I have to say. I'm not taking anything away from it. Brock Lesnar Superman punched 3 times and got speared twice. Bloody match. I told you it would be a physical match. It would be a bloody match. And like I said, it lived up to its hype. There's more to that, and I believe there's going to be more to this between Reigns and Lesnar. Probably one of them will be facing Seth Rollins in the next pay-per-view. We'll just have to wait and see. Let me give you the other reviews on the other matches on this show. The kickoff show, we had the Fatal 4-Way for the Tag Team Championship. It still retained by Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Great match between them, along with the 3 other competitors of Los Matadores, the Usos. One of the Usos did not compete because he was hurt, and of course the New Day I had possibly winning, almost won, but of course Tyson Kidd and Cesaro retained the titles. Then we had the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, Memorial Battle Royal, which was added to the kickoff show, and it lived up to its hype, but everyone wanted Ryback to win this match, but it turned out it didn't happen that way. Big Show, Miz Dow were the last 2 men standing. Speaking of Miz Dow, he quits being a stunt double to The Miz, and we knew that WrestleMania would be the day that would happen. So, bravo to Miz Dow, but I think Miz and Miz Dow will probably have a match. They put this show lined up for tomorrow night. But anyway, Big Show, Miz Dow, last 2 men in the ring. Big Show wins the match, and he's the Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner. He came second last year, and this year he wins. And we had the Intercontinental Ladder match for the title. It was another good match, and I told you to pick Daniel Bryan to be the one to beat Bad News Barrett, R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, Luke Harper, as well as Stardust. Damn good match, I have to say. To kick it off, that was a damn good match. Bryan, who ended WrestleMania last year being the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but then gets stripped, gets that revenge back, and he is the new Intercontinental Champion. Like I have to say, it was a damn good match. And don't forget also, Dean Ambrose was involved in this match, but he took a big hit being thrown on a ladder, and he bent over backwards, and he never regained himself in that match. So little did I say it would be between Ziggler and Ambrose and Bryan to get the title from all the way from the ladder, and like I said, Bryan would win the match. So enough said on that. Then we had a match between Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. Of course, Rollins, who just won the title by cashing the briefcase in later on in the night, couldn't do anything with Randy Orton. It was a good match between those two, but J and J was going to be together. But at the end, Randy Orton was a vicious, powerful, out of nowhere RKO, and he beats Seth Rollins, and he, gets his revenge on the architect and the new face now of the WWE. Saw the match between Sting and Triple H. That was a hype match. It was one of the most anticipated matches of WrestleMania. And of course, I wanted Sting to win this match, but little did we know that the NWO and New Generation X will also take part in this match. You win by pinfall or submission, but it turned out that all combatants were there fighting. He did what he had to do to try to beat Triple H, but it was the sledgehammer that doomed Stinger, as he broke it in half, by the way, but Triple H still hit him with the hammer and he won the match. But they both had a mutual handshake, sportsmanship sort of like, and this Monday Night War between Sting, D-Generation X, and NWO finally got squashed, so we can put that to sleep now. Also, we saw the Bella Twins over the AJ Lee and Paige. I wanted them to win, but it turned out they were all on the same page. AJ Lee and Paige wins the match, which, to be honest with you, I really wasn't really interested in it, but I did stay and watch the whole thing. I never got out of my seat until after everything was over with, but like I said, that was the only match I wasn't really into particularly, is with the Divas. They could do better, but, you know, AJ, Paige gets the win. John Cena and Rusev, that was a good match. A very good match that I told you that Rusev would finally be defeated by John Cena, as I forgot. I figured, I know he was going to win, but I forgot how he won. Lana was on the ropes, and I think he tried to bump Cena, but he ended up knocking Lana to the floor, and he saw Lana, and that's when Cena picked him up and put him in the FU, and I mean the AA, and that's when Cena got the title. Congratulations, John Cena, you are the new United States champion. And everybody, like I said, who don't like Cena, hey, you gotta give it to the man. He can't be champion, but he can be a U.S. champion, and I think he's gonna keep that title for quite some time. Might see a rematch down the road between those two too. We'll just have to wait and see. Then we saw a match between I must say, the match between Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker. One thing about that match was The Undertaker was never seen throughout this whole entire promo with Bray Wyatt trying to call him out. The only time you heard The Undertaker was when he accepted the match and he decided that he would want to go and wrestle Bray Wyatt. But Undertaker looked really good in this match to be near 50 years old, and I thought Bray Wyatt was going to win this match, because I still think Undertaker's still going to pass the torch to Bray Wyatt, because, you know, he still got it, 22-1, but how much longer? I mean, Bray's young, and Undertaker, we already know, is getting up there. So, like I said, pretty decent match. Didn't last that long at all, but Undertaker still defeats Bray Wyatt in that impromptu matchup at WrestleMania. And did I forget anything else? Oh, The Rock. Oh, yes, I do have to tell you about The Rock. He hosted Saturday Night Live on Saturday night, and little did we know he was going to be there. Stephanie and Triple H all glowed because, oh, they beat Sting, and there was a big crowd there. And then Rock, you know, he had to come and get his little bit in WrestleMania, and I said, as long as he doesn't beat in that Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match, I'm good. But he gave us a WrestleMania moment by attacking Triple H, and Ronda Rousey, who is the star of the co-star in the Furious 7 movie, was in attendance, and Rock brought her along, and she roughed up Stephanie, of course, and flipped Triple H. So that was my WrestleMania moment with Rock and Ronda together, putting both authority, Triple H and Stephanie, on their butts. Really appreciate Rock doing what he does, electrifying the crowd and electrifying me. So, like I said, the match between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, great match for Seth Rollins. The contract was going to expire before the end of the show. Some of us knew he was going to do it, but little did I forget that he had the briefcase, and he did it. He beat Roman Reigns, pinning him, and Brock Lesnar was outside of the ring after he curb stomped, and he's the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So I don't know what else to tell you, but the new face of the WWE is finally the architect, Seth Rollins. So we just have to wait and see. We'll do it again in our next pay-per-view, which will be Extreme Rules, and that's coming up in April as well. I'm TJ Harmon, aka Real2G on YouTube, _Raw on Twitter. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.